A small cheer and great welcome makes a merry feast. So now I would request Ms. Ritika Bhatia, Assistant Professor, Department of Law, MAIMS, and co-convener of MAIMS Second International Modern United Nations 2022 to take over for the introductory remarks. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, Sonika and Vaishnavi, for this great beginning. I hope I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Thank you. I, Ritika Bhatia, Assistant Professor, Department of Law, extend my warm welcome and greetings to our chief guest, Mr. Rishi Pal, IPS, Director, Delhi Police Academy, our guest of honor, Ms. Agnes Sigliano, Policy and Communication Coordinator, International Legal Consultant, and Ms. Abhilasha Singh, Principal, Shining Star International School, Abu Dhabi. Nothing would have been possible without the support and blessings of our founder chairman, advisor, Maharaja Agrasen Technical Education Society, and Chancellor, Maharaja Agrasen University, Baddi, Dr. Nand Kishore Gargji, Secretary Mates, Sri Rajneesh Gupta, all the trustees and members of Honorable Managing Committee, Professor Dr. S.K. Garg, Director General MAIMS, Professor Dr. G.P. Govil, Advisor MAIMS, Professor Dr. Ravi Kumar Gupta, Director MAIMS, Professor Dr. Rajni Malhotra Dhingra, Principal, Department of Law, MAIMS, Dr. Praveen Kumar Gupta, Head, Department of Law, MAIMS, heads of all other departments, faculty members, students, executive boards, and delegates. MAIMS Second International Model United Nations 2022 is one of the very eminent event of Department of Law, which provides with an opportunity to display students with best of their oratory skills. The main aim of Model United Nations is to provide a healthy competition where participants can show their diplomacy skills in practical manner, since it involves real-world issues that a society faces. MUN encourages students in developing a core understanding about their domestic and international events and the ability to grasp and analyze significant issues in order to develop solutions. It is certainly a momentous occasion that, with exemplary hard work, team spirit, and dedication of MUN society, this time we have received an overwhelming response from around 150 delegates. The two-day event were full of fruitful and lively, thought-provoking discussions, which provides a dash of new confidence to all the students to embark their leadership journey. Words of wisdom were being shared by our executive board members, further adding more value to all the delegates present. We sincerely and wholeheartedly wish to carry this legacy forward in all the years to come. With this, I convey my best wishes to all the delegates for their future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for such a warm welcome. Now, I would like to invite Professor Dr. G.P. Govil, sir, Advisor, Maharaja Agrasen Technical Education Society. Sir served as Dean, Maharaja Agrasen University, Baddi, Himachal Pradesh. He served as Director at Northern India Engineering College, Delhi, presently ADGITM, as well as Idle Institute of Technology, Ghaziabad. Sir has 46 years of rich experience in teaching, research and industry. Bharat Electronics Limited, Saibabad, Government of India. He has published about 25 research papers, guided PhD students, and has applied for 3 patents. He is also a member of National Board of Accreditation, NBA, and Margdarshak, AICTE. I request, sir, to please address the August gathering.
Thank you, Ms. Ritika Bhatia, for such a kind introduction. Well, good evening to all of you. Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Rishi Pal, IPS, Director, Delhi Police Academy. Honorable Guest of Honor, Ms. Abhilasha Singh, Principal, Shining Star School, Abu Dhabi. Honorable Guest of Honor, Ms. Agnes Selenio, Policy and Communication Coordinator, International Legal Consultant. Honorable Shri Rajneesh Gupta ji, Secretary MAIMS. Respected Professor S.K. Garg, Director General MAIMS. Professor Ravi Gupta, Director MAIMS. Professor Rajni Dhingra Malhotra, Principal Law, HODs, faculty members, delegates, and students. Well, I'm very happy to be part of this valedictory session of Second International Model United Nations 2022, organized by Law Department of MAIMS. I really thank the department for organizing this program, as well as several other programs to groom the students to achieve higher goals in life. A student's attitude will decide their altitude. In this technology-driven education system, such programs are the main ingredient to enhance professional education and competence in students. This model United Nations help in educating students to understand MUN in much better way and its actual working of United Nations to resolve world issues and promoting peace. The world has become a global village, and MUN helps in holistic development of the students. And once they have gone through this process, then I'm sure that students will do much, much better in their career, whatever they choose and wherever they are actually. It is such a grinding exercise for them to think ability, the leadership ability, and so many other things are there, which I'll be discussing. So that whenever they are in competition in their career, they can really face it actually. Actually, MUN is an arena of global exposure actually, because students at their state level or in the nation level, or if they have an opportunity to the international level, they can be really do a wonderful job, as well as when they try to interact with the students across them, then definitely their level of confidence goes up actually. As yesterday, Mr. Raghavendranji, Joint Secretary, as well as our chairman was telling that they attended the MUN in their school's days, and definitely the exposure in MUN helped them in their career actually. It teaches how to negotiate, how to counter the opposition, how to persuade persons for the resolution. Preparing and participating in a MUN helps a student develop leadership skills, research, writing, public speaking, and problem solving, as well as networking. Actually, when you are joining any organization after passing out in any organization, if you are having those leadership skills, then you can lead from the front and you can guide your other colleagues so that you do a good job actually. Similarly, when you are doing this MUN, definitely you will be researching about the countries, because here every student will represent the each country when they are trying to interact or debating actually. So in that reason, they have to research a lot. They have to find out their views, how to counter the other views and like that. So this research will definitely have. Writing, public speaking. Well, a confidence level is exponentially increased when you are giving a public speech actually, because you have to communicate your ideas, your views to the general public, and you have to convince them. So it matters a lot actually. And then networking. Networking, it helps this MUN. If you pass through the process of MUN, then definitely when you are in the school or you are in the college or you are in the in the state level, or if you go abroad, you will interact with the different students, either national or international, and definitely you will have a good networking so that in future you can take the help of the colleagues which you make it. Moreover, coming up with solutions that are acceptable to a majority of the representatives also inculcates a skill of negotiations, because there is a resolution and there will be views being put, so you have to negotiate. So negotiation skill will be there, and with the conflicting resolutions and cooperation. So what I'm saying is this is the holistic approach if you pass through this process where all your qualities will come to the surface and you will have more and more confidence. Generally in MUN, the agenda is being taken by the United Nations, and they are like rights of religious minorities, improvement of accidents, safeguards in nuclear plants, India-China problem, India-Pakistan problem, refugees problem on US-Mexico border, Middle East problem, Syria problem, America, Russia, Ukraine problem. Means world is full of problems and problems and problems, and they have to be sorted out actually, and sorted out in the peaceful manner. And personally, I feel that you have to come to the table when you are interacting and having a peace process actually. So why not sit on the table before doing that so that the problems can be sorted out? And I think United Nations or this model MUN where students will be trained to do that can do a better job actually. And right now, if I see in your 2 day session, in your 2 days program and 5 day session, very current and apt problems have been taken, like cyber terrorism and world peace actually. Really, this is a manic in the society, the world over, where this cyber terrorism is taking the place actually. And this is such a cheapest way of destructing anything or destabilizing anything actually. One of the survey which shows that in the Second World War or in the Vietnam War, Americans bombarded the places, okay, Germans or in the Vietnam, and that could not produce that much of destruction to the industry and like that. Reason being that here you have to take the bombs and you cannot spoil all. But by the cyber process, just having a computer and you can attack the internet, you can attack the website, you can control any of the things. At one place, I was just reading it actually. If our dams electrical system is being controlled by these cyber people, cyber terrorist people, you can say, you can well understand how much damage they can do actually. So this is one of the cheapest way of doing it. They can control the energy, they can control the banks, they can do anything. So I think this has to be taken with the utmost priority, and a lot of the discussion was there and it should continue actually. In the same way, the Taliban problem of the women's, we have seen so many WhatsApp, we have seen so many films, we have seen so many things. It's a horror actually. And I think the girls should be permitted to go to the schools, their colleges, and like that. And the way they shoot, well, it is really horrifying things, and this needs a lot of discussion. Similarly, refugee problems are also there. I was just reading around 80 million people have been forcibly displaced actually, from Afghan, from Rohingya, Burma, from Syria, from Sudan. And it is because of violence, war, hunger, extreme poverty. And in this pandemic, when you visit their places where they stay, all these refugees, one can have the social distancing, and there are more chances of pandemic to be spread actually. And all these problems are there. Not taking much of your time, I would like to thank Dr. Anuradha Asthana. I would like to thank Dr. Anuradha Asthana, co-convener, Dr. Praveen Gupta, HOD, Ms. Vanshika Sharma, and Mr. Raghav Sharma, and functionaries of MAIMS MUN, IQC Member Secretary Dr. Mangla for organizing this event, as well as Dr. Purnima Gupta for such a wonderful event. It will definitely help the students, okay, and let it continue in the future also, so that students are being groomed to achieve higher altitudes. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening us with your beautiful words. We also have with us the esteemed presence of our Professor Dr. Ravi Kumar Gupta, sir, Director MAIMS. Sir is celebrating his birthday today, so we wish him a very happy birthday. Sir sends his loves and blessings to all of us and blesses the conference. Now, moving ahead, we are proud to announce that we have our guest of honor, Ms. Agni Sigliano, Policy and Communication Coordinator, International Legal Consultant amongst us. She is a lawyer while working in stakeholders representation in South of England. Being passionate about human rights and sustainable development, she has been a part of several advocacy projects at the international level. She strongly believes in amplifying the voice of youth in decision making platforms, and most of her projects work towards this mission. I request ma'am to mark her valuable presence in the meeting.
Thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank all the faculty members at Maharaja Agrasen Institute of Management Studies, and especially Assistant Professor Purnima Gupta and Professor Rajni Malhotra for inviting me for the second year at your edition of the MAIMS MUN. As said before me, and I'd really like to highlight the wise words of Professor Govil. This is an incredible opportunity for students, and you had many issues and topics to discuss, issues that are discussed at the United Nations at higher levels, and that obviously put into challenge high leaders and prominent leaders worldwide. I'd like to highlight how you're setting the steps for your future. Today and yesterday, it might seem just like the NTH extracurricular activity. You might think that you want to improve your grades or you want to improve your skills, and you're definitely doing so. But more than anything, you're improving your leadership ability for the future. And I'd like to highlight that most of you, obviously, this is an international MUN. There is a wide participation from India and from the Maharaja Agrasen Institute. And this is very important because I'd like to highlight how India is the most populous democracy worldwide and also one of the fastest democracy. It was also highlighted that in 2022, it's actually the economy with the fastest growing GDP. And this is very important because it doesn't come without challenges. And the challenges you have experienced yesterday and today, probably trying to simulate what leaders try to tackle and solve, and the solutions they try to resolve. It's what you will face tomorrow, because you will be effectively one of the leaders in your country with the excellent preparation that you're receiving at the Maharaja Agrasen Institute. And this is very important. I'd like to highlight how all the skills that you're gaining are not just for your studies and just for your university path. These are things that you will bring with you in the future and possibly forever. I'd love to highlight how, apart from public speaking and the negotiations, I hope you also appreciated how listening is an important part of reaching an agreement. I see this in my career every day, working with stakeholders representation. And just to break it down for you, as it might also be an inspiration for your future careers, what I do is representing organizations, charities, and small initiatives in front of local governments, making sure that everyone is heard. And whenever a legislation is approved or a decision is taken at the local level, everyone is heard and the decision is the wisest and the more just for everyone. And in this sense, obviously, MUNs helped me. Many years ago, probably a decade ago, I was just like you, doing MUNs, attending sessions, and probably fighting to get that award and putting it on my CV. And this is definitely part of the game. But one of the things I'd like you to appreciate is how engaging with other people, trying to reach an agreement, especially when others don't have your same point of view, are things that will really help you in your future. And especially for the ones among you that are part of the law school of Maharaja Agrasen Institute, how it will help you in becoming a better lawyer, not only implementing the law, but really understanding the ratio and the rationale of why we are doing this and why it is important for the citizens and for all of us as a community. And I would love to highlight once again how listening is an important skill that you really have to cultivate. So probably next time, and especially if you're a first timer at this MUN, try to listen, even more than negotiating and shouting, because I know that this is part of the process and it has to be. But try to listen, especially in light of how international development is expressing itself today. Today, we're really looking at partnership. And one thing that I'd like to highlight once again for you is how the Sustainable Development Goals are playing a huge role in shaping diplomacy and international relations for the future, not only at the international level, but also internally for what countries have to implement and the targets that have to be reached. In this sense, SDG 17, it's about the partnerships and reaching agreements together. I guess today what we are understanding internationally is how we cannot reach development and any type of progress unless we do so together. And so in your next MUN, what I'd like to invite you to do, it's really to pay attention on how you can build relationships and allies, and how you can build that networking that can help you in the future and creating a better future for everyone. I do hope that you had an incredible experience. I'm sure you did. And after this adrenaline rush that will definitely get you at the end of 2 days of negotiations and debate and analysis and also drafting document, I hope that you keep this experience with you. And it will also help you not only in developing skills, but especially developing wisdom that will be with you forever. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your illuminating words of wisdom. We are indeed fortunate to have this opportunity to benefit from your wide experience and knowledge. It's also a big honor and a privilege for us, as we have been blessed by the presence of Ms. Abhilasha Singh. She is the principal of Shining Star International School, Abu Dhabi, and has had various awards to her name, such as the Global Teachers Accreditation by British Council, along with the Most Inspiring Leader 2020 by Peace Square International. She has also been recognized as the top 100 Sustainable Development Goal influencers using social media to spread and take action for UN Sustainable Development Goals. She represents Dubai as an ambassador for SDGs for children. We are extremely honored to have you with us, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sonika. The privilege is mine, and so is the honor. A very warm good afternoon to this August gathering. It is definitely my honor and my privilege to be addressing this gathering of youth, of energy, and the hope of our future. Very good afternoon once again to the principal, Mr. Rajni Malhotra of Maharaja Agrasen Institute of Management Studies, to the organizers of the legal department, law department, to have organized this Model United Nations, to Shri Gyan Govilji, to my dear friend Anis, to the co-convener of Model UN MAIMS, Ms. Purnima Gupta, and to the dynamic youth that is present here. I was thinking about what do I speak to in my speech? What do I tell the youth who is already much aware and knows what they want, much more than what we did at when we were young? What do you tell the youth who is so much ahead of you in technology, use of technology, and also is more has the skill, has the articulation to put forward their thoughts? So my message to you today is, look at, first and foremost, let's acknowledge India at 75. We are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. And we need to we need to look at and feel pride of the strides that India has made in the last 75 years. While in 1947, when we gained independence, our literacy rate was 12%. It has now raised to 74.3%. Our GDP from US dollar 30.6 billion is now at present 2.62 trillion US dollars. Our per capita income from $80 has now reached $1,900. And our life expectancy from 37 years in 1947 is now at 69 years. So our healthcare system is better. From about, if I remember correctly, give and take a few, the primary healthcare centers, which was 725 or 735 in 1947, are now 200 plus healthcare center with 200,000 plus primary healthcare centers to 100,000 plus tertiary local primary healthcare centers. Infant mortality from 260 is now reduced to 34 infant mortality. And India now is the largest producer of grains like millet, sorghum, largest producer of milk, largest holder of livestock population. India is now from a poor country in 1947 to a country of middle income group, middle income, known as a middle income country. And it is this hope and aspiration that I call out to the youth present over here to fuel your energy to take India forward, surge ahead with a single-minded determination to work for your country. Whenever I address youth, I get overwhelmed because I see so much hope here. And this is what the youth has to remember, that the future of the country lies on your shoulders. There is so much that I want to speak to you about, but let's first look at what are you receiving as an inheritance from us, from the previous generation. There is extreme violence. There is always emerging threats. There is economic turmoil, and there is social transformation. Now, these are the challenges that you inherit as the youth. And it is this that you have to overcome. Now, keep this thought in mind that you are given not almost the wherewithal, but yes, if you are in a model UN today, you are the privileged lot. You have an internet connection at home. You have education at your disposal. You are studying in some of the good educational institutions in the world, in your country. You have the economic privilege to pay for the MUN, model UN that you are participating in, and the experiences from the previous model UNs that you have. So consider that as a privilege, and then think of using that privilege to bring happiness to the others who do not have this privilege. And that's where your good work is going to take you. And that's where your good work is going to contribute to nation development. Volunteer. Service learning, make service learning a big part of your work. Find a calling. Find a vocation so that you can bring happiness to the others. A personal calling will always be so gratifying that you actually will feel so empowered that you were the reason that brought happiness to another human being. And like Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see. And also remember, there is a Greta Thunberg in each one of you. I, as a SDG ambassador, I'm very passionate about sustainable development goals and spreading awareness about sustainable development goals. And you, the youth change makers, have the ability to bring that change. I call all the youth change makers as noisy change makers. So you need to make as much noise so to be heard and also to bring this change in the world. I would say that remember the 3 A's of Sustainable Development Goals, which is activism, advocacy, and taking action. I would want, or rather, I would urge all of you to start taking action online if you already have not, and be a SDG social media influencer. Also, make this as your youth mantra. The future of the country lies on your shoulders. It is that we depend on to take the country forward. And also, do not ask what your country has done for you. Question yourself what you have done for your country and what you can do for your country. Model UN is an amazing platform. I'm very fond of. I'm a big fan of Model UN, and I train students to participate in Model UN conferences. Anis and me go back to that experience and that friendship. What I would what I would like you to do is that all the skills that you gain while participating in Model UN, while preparing for Model UN, like Miss Anis said, that listening is a very important skill, and it is one of the 4 pillars of communication skills. And these days we don't listen, we only hear. And we react, we don't respond. So here is something that as a skill and as an attribute to our personality that we need to imbibe. I'm sure all of you had a very good experience in Model UN that was organized by Maharaja Agrisane Institute of Management Studies. I'm sure you all have learned a lot. Use that to your advantage. Don't let just be a participation where you're doing it for a certificate or for an award, but what you learn at Model UN. And believe you me, all of you are better equipped at this than me to know that the research that goes into, or the hard work in research that goes into preparing for a Model UN conference, it is a takeaway. It is a huge takeaway from the conferences. Now, what do you do with that information? When you become aware that there is a problem in Syria, or there are women who need help or girls who need help in Afghanistan. Like Mr. Gyan Govil said, that the situation is very critical. And then coming home, why go far? In our own country, at the moment, the political climate in the country, where the minorities do not get the right and the communal color that is there in the thought processes of all individuals in the country. How do you go ahead when there is so much, when UN talks about diversity and each voice matters, then how is it that in our own country that we thwart those voices? How is it that one particular community overrules every other? So it is for the marginalized society, marginalized section of the country that you need to work for if you really want the country to progress and India to get a name as a true democracy. So boys and girls, here's something more. We need to have young boys and young men who need to speak for gender issues. If we are not doing that, if we are not involving boys or men or male voices in this transformation, then it is just the struggle gets even more challenging. So boys and girls present over here, have the power and first of all, faith in your potential, and also the conviction of your voice, and surge forward with a single-minded determination to bring the change that you want to seek, that you want to see. And also my favorite line, from Model UN to the real UN. I'm sure you are, a lot of you are aspirants to Indian Foreign Services, or to see yourself in the international forum. So to go ahead, again, my favorite line, go ahead with the single-minded determination to achieve your goals. So here's wishing all the very best. And also to the aspirant award winners, all the best to you too. And the rest who go home without any awards, that's not a problem at all. It is the experience that matters and the knowledge that you gain. And what now needs to be done is that you apply that knowledge. You gain this experience to be good, to be of service to humanity, and to be of service to your nation And also, please use technology for social good. Initiate projects, start these projects, speak to people you know, and make the change. So thank you so much. Giving back to Sonika and to Veshwani. Thank you so much for inviting me here. And to all the dignitaries of the ceremony here and of the Model UN, and also to all the officials of the Maharaja Agrasen Institute of Management Studies, who's doing a great job in empowering the youth of the nation on whom our future lies. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your vast and varied experience with us. We are sure that your exposition will act as a guiding force. We feel honored to welcome the chief guest for the day, Mr. Rishi Pal Sir, IPS Director, Delhi Police Academy. Sir joined Delhi Police as an Assistant Commissioner of Police in the year 1992 and has served as Deputy Commissioner of Police, Superintendent of Police in Mizoram, East District, Outer District, and Rohini District in Delhi, and as Deputy Commissioner of Police in Special Branch Delhi. He was awarded the Police Medal for Meritorious Service by the Honorable President of India in 2013. He was venue commander during Commonwealth Games in 2010 and was awarded appreciation letter by the Honorable Home Minister of India. Sir, we request you to guide the students with your enlightening words. Sir, you are on mute. Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me as chief guest to your function. I was aptly listening to the experts who were speaking about the MUN that is being held. And today is the second day at Maharaja Agrasen Institute of Management Studies. I have a long association with Maharaja Agrasen Institute. A few years back, I was the Deputy Commissioner of this district where this institute is situated, and I had visited the institute a number of times. So I know you are doing a commendable job in the field of management education as well as law. I'm myself a law graduate and having done doctorate in physics, so I can understand the rigors that you are putting yourself to, and the students they are getting valuable education. This Model United Nations that you held is effort on your part to make the students learn the art of making presentations, researching the issues, debating, and arriving at a consensus by mutual discussions and honoring the views of other people. That is a wonderful thing to learn in life. All the four fields you chose for your MUN, if I may list them, about the woman, the position of women in Taliban, Afghanistan, and now Taliban has taken over in Afghanistan, and cyber terrorism, and of course, world peace. They are highly, highly relevant in the world today. Then the refugee crisis, especially in the light of the ongoing pandemic, it has aggravated the refugee crisis. You must be hearing it all in the newspapers, in the news channels. There is a huge problem of refugees, and there are all sorts of violation of human rights and basic amenities of life. And the All India political parties meet that you held regarding the AFSPA with respect to the Nagaland incident and the clamor and demand for its abolition. All the issues were wonderfully discussed. The participants prepared their well. They presented their views in a beautiful manner. We know that holding of MUN serves an important purpose. The concept of MUN started way back in 1920s when the UN was not even born. The League of Nations was there, and model MUN, it was called Model League of Nations. Then they were being organized And then, of course, after the Second World War, the United Nations was born, and then regularly these MUNs are held throughout the world. They are in great shape in universities of Berkeley, Stanford, Harvard, and of course in India at various places. MUNs are being organized. I was really happy to know that the research done by the participants and the decorum maintained during the presentation and speeches was outstanding. As one of the speakers before me said, listening is very, very important. This listening skill is not only important for any formal assemblies, but it is very, very important, as the speaker rightly said, for general conduct of life and for progressing. You must listen to others' views and adjust your own wherever it is required. We know that UN works on a very democratic way. General Assembly debates the issues and the problems facing the world are discussed, resolutions are arrived at, consensus is strive to be achieved, and in fact 80% of the decisions arrived at the General Assembly resolutions are by consensus. And consensus means that when one of the 193 nations doesn't agree, it is not counted as concession. So it is important to realize that honoring others' views and accommodating their views in your own thinking is extremely important to be successful in life. I'd like to tell the participants that you have done a wonderful job. You are at such crossroads in life where you are preparing yourself to take further plunge in life. Please keep in mind that the world is changing very fast. The goalpost is keep on shift. It is shifting at a very fast pace. One gets obsolete, whether even technology-wise or even thinking-wise, very, very quickly. So you have to prepare yourself accordingly to accept the challenges of life. My suggestion to you will be that you must pursue your passion, whatever you like to do best. You got to pursue that with single-mindedness. You just can't let your guard down. Please understand that you have to acquire knowledge. There is no shortcut to success except acquiring knowledge. You got to equip yourself with the latest tools and techniques and knowledge and tricks of the trade. Then only you can think of being successful in life. So my good wishes to all the participants, especially the administrators who conducted the Model United Nations proceedings very, very beautifully. The students who have been eventually selected to get prizes, they have done a wonderful job. I congratulate the organizers, the staff of Maharaja Agrawal Institute of Management Studies, that they have been doing a wonderful job in the field of providing education. And this was another great effort on your part. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. Bye.
Thank you so much, sir, for your remarkable guidance. We have been blessed with the presence of Sri Rajneesh Gupta, sir, Secretary, Maharaja Agrawal Technical Education Society. Sir is in service of nation and community as an academician, administrator, and consultant. Prior to his role as the administrator at MAIMS, he was a consultant cum advisor at the Ministry of Finance, Government of India. Sir has had an illustrious career after graduating from University of Delhi. We heartily welcome you to address the gathering with your remarkable words. Please, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon to one and all. At the outset, I congratulate anyone on the successful completion of Second International Model United Nations 2022. We are thankful to Dr. Nand Kishore Garg, Founder, Chairman, and Chief Advisor, MAIMS, and Chancellor, Maharaja Agrawal University, Himachal Pradesh, for his guidance. We are also grateful to Sri Raghavendra GR, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Law and Justice, for his encouragement and kind word. I also thankful Professor Ravi Gupta, Director, MAIMS, Professor Rajni Malhotra, Dhingra, Principal, Department of Law, MAIMS, Professor Govil, advisor, MAIMS, and all the faculties and students. Well, the principles of United Nations has always formed the concern of India's foreign policy. India always believed in inclusive world. Without the presence of any sole superpower, we would dished over free will of nations. As a multicultural society, a multi-faced world is must for establishment of peace and harmony. I am very grateful to Department of Law, MAIMS, for conducting this program so that the students, the future of the country, would understand the working of United Nations. Our country aspires to be a permanent member of United Nations Society Council, and with all of our support and God's grace, we will achieve the same one day. India has always enriched UNO with man and resources. It is time that UNO also places India at the rightful position. Thanking all of you once again, and especially our chief guest and guest of honor, Mr. Rishipal, IPS. Kindly consulted to come and grace this occasion, and so Madam Agnes Singliano and Madam Abhilasha Singh. I also thankful of all faculty and organization. Thank you everyone once again. Jai Hind. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. Sir, Director MAIMS Ravi Gupta. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, namaskar.
Happy birthday to you also.
शुक्रिया सर, आपकी शुभकामनाएं आशीर्वाद है.
Thank you for your address, sir. The best way to lighten the mood of an event is to make the audience aware of the beauty of a dance form. Now brace yourself for a high octave dose of entertainment. Presenting in front of you the cultural dance performance by Anshumita Taparia, a student of BBA LLB second year.
ऐसा लगता था जैसे मेरी सारी दुनिया में गीतों की रुत और रंगों की बरखा है, खुशबू की आंधी है, महकी हुई सी अब सारी फिजाएं है, महकी हुई सी अब सारी हवाएं है, खोई हुई सी अब सारी दिशाएं है, बदली हुई सी अब सारी अदाएं है, जागी उमंगे है, धड़क रहा है दिल, सांसों में तूफान है, होठों पे नगमे है, आंखों में सपने हैं, सपनों में बीते हुए सारे वो लम्हे हैं, जब कोई आया था नजरों पे छाया था, दिल में समाया था, कैसे मैं बताऊं तुम्हें कैसा उसे पाया था, प्यार से चेहरे पे बिखरी जो जुल्फे, तो ऐसा लगता था जैसे कोहरे के पीछे एक ओस में धुला हुआ फूल खिला है, जैसे बादल में एक चांद छुपा है और झांक रहा है, जैसे रात के पर्दे में एक सवेरा है, रोशन रोशन आंखों में सपनों का सागर, जिसमें प्रेम सितारों की चादर जैसे छलक रही है, लहरों लहरों बात करे तो जैसे मोती बरसे, जैसे कहीं चांदी की पायल गूंजे, जैसे कहीं शीशे के जाम गिरे और छन से टूटे, जैसे कोई छिप के सितार बजाए, जैसे कोई चांदनी रात में गाए, जैसे कोई हौले से पास बुलाए, कैसी मीठी बात थी वो, कैसी मुलाकात थी वो, जब मैंने जाना था नजरों से कैसे पिघलते हैं दिल और आरज़ू पाती है कैसे मंजिल, और कैसे उतरता है चांद जमीन पर, कैसे कभी लगता है स्वर्ग अगर है तो बस मैं यहीं पर, उसने बताया मुझे और समझाया मुझे, हम जो मिले हैं हमें ऐसे ही मिलना था, गुल जो खिले हैं उन्हें ऐसे ही खिलना था, जन्मों के बंधन जन्मों के रिश्ते हैं, जब भी हम बंधे तो हम यूं ही मिलते हैं, कानों में मेरे जैसे शहद से घुलने लगे ख्वाबों के दर, जैसे आंखों में घुलने लगे ख्वाबों की दुनिया भी कितनी हंसी और कैसी रंगी थी, ख्वाबों की दुनिया जो कहने को थी पर कहीं भी नहीं थी, ख्वाब जो टूटे मेरे आंख जो खुली मेरी होश जो आया मुझे, मैंने देखा मैंने जाना वो जो कभी आया था, नजरों पे छाया था, दिल में समाया था, जा भी चुका है और दिल में रहा
Thank you so much, Anshumita, for such a beautiful performance. The most awaited moment has finally arrived. It's time for the results. We have with us the humble presence of the mentor, guide, and the torchbearer of the Department of Law, who has always guided the students with his knowledge and experience. Head of Department of Law, MAIMS, Dr. Praveen Kumar Gupta, sir. We request sir to address the gathering and declare the results.
Namaskar. Thank you, Sonika and Vaishnavi. So I see that for the full 2 days, you are the comparer and really you are the torchbearer, not me. And Purnima Gupta and all your team, all the students, all the teachers. So actually for any event, the team is the torchbearer. So I'm given this duty and naturally I have to announce the results. But first of all, I would recall the Purnima's theme of this event. I read, it is better to debate a question without settling it than to settle a question without debating it. A very good theme of the event, and some ones can say that debate is over, but no. One debate paves way for another debate, and this is continuing. Debates are never ending, and solutions provide more solutions. And literally, I would like to say one slogan from a movie, that picture abhi baki hai mere dost. So no one has, lost the competition, no one. Because it's a matter of, a normal process that results are announced. And they give sense of competition within the students. Not the sense of defeat or to feel shy. That paves way, that encourages them to fight more in the life. So once I say that picture abhi baki hai. So it's my duty to announce result, and first of all, results for international press. This is the first area, and as the record is with me, there were 12 contestants in this event, and winners are special mention to caricaturist Joyita, best caricaturist Karan, best graphic designer Devanshu Sharma, best journalist Kirti Negi. Many congratulations to all the winners of the international press competition. Then results for United Nations Security Council, UNSC. There were total 26 contestants, and out of those, there are awards in 4 categories. Verbal mention, winner is Belgium, represented by Mr. Shreshkar Pandey. Special mention, Estonia, represented by Mr. Saurav Anand. High commendation, USA, represented by Mrs. Akanksha. Best delegate, China, represented by Ms. Pai Tripathi. Many congratulations again to the winners in these categories. Then results for UNHRC, Human Rights Council. There are awards in 5 categories in this competition. First of all, verbal mentions. Winners, there are 3 winners in verbal mentions. Argentina represented by Ms. Sanjana Bansal, Russia represented by Ms. Radhika Jangda, India represented by Mr. Chaitanya Mehra. Honorable mention, Bolivia represented by Ms. Suhani Bhatia. Then special mention, Germany represented by Ms. Anisha Singh. High commendation, Armenia represented by Mr. Jaskirat Kaushik. Best delegate, France represented by Mr. Pranav Vinayak Jain. Heartiest congratulations to winners. Then results for All India Political Parties Meet, AIPPM. There are total 30 participants in this competition, and awards are in 5 categories. Verbal mention, Kanhaiya Kumar represented by Mr. Akshat Kaushik. Sharad Pawar represented by Mr. Ansh Dua. Honorable mention, Jyotiraditya Scindia represented by Mr. Dhruv Chaube. Sonia Gandhi represented by Ms. Dipanshi Kalra. Then special mention, Akhilesh Yadav represented by Mr. Abhinandan Singh. High commendation, Shivpal Yadav represented by Mr. Aman Yadav. What a correlation, Shivpal Yadav, then winner is Aman Yadav. Best representative, Nava Kumar represented by Mr. Ronak Upmanyu. Many congratulations, winners. Then results for Commission on the Status of Women, UNCSW. There are awards in 4 categories in this competition. Verbal mention, there are 5 people who won the award in verbal mention. One is Germany represented by Mr. Labhaya Sharma. Argentina represented by Mr. Shivanshu Bhatia. France represented by Mr. Lakshya Gupta. Norway represented by Ms. R. Rajeshwari. United States represented by Ms. Sanjana Yadav. Then special mention, Netherlands represented by Mr. Ritik Kumar. High commendation, Malta represented by Mr. Anirudh. Best delegate, Belgium represented by Mr. Krishna Seth. Heartiest congratulations to all the winners and in all the competitions. And I wish that you do better in your coming life. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations to all the winners, and thank you everyone for participating.
Now, we would request everyone to switch on their cameras so that the technical team can capture the memories of this remarkable 2-day conference.
Let us be grateful to the people who make us happy. They are charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. Presenting in front of you all the glimpses of behind the scenes during the preparations of MAIMS Model United Nations 2022.
बीटिंग क्या होता है? हाँ मुझे
We shower our heartfelt gratitude to the professors and everyone of the Maharaja Agrisen family for their wholehearted support rendered in the success of this valedictory session. Thank you very much. It is time to bring...
Now, we would like to invite Head of the Department of Law, Dr. Praveen Kumar Gupta, sir, to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Vaishnavi, again. So it's my humble duty and accepting this duty that I would like to utter a few Sanskrit slokas, which are very much relevant to this organization of Model United Nations, or you can say the formation from nations to United Nations. And that proves commitment of India towards this journey of United Nations. And I am Nijah Praveti Ganna Laghu Chet Sam Udar Charita Nam Tu Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. Actually, this is the complete slok which we always say Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam in short. And what is it, this slok means? The distinction, this person is mine, this one is not. That is the ignorant who are in duality. Second line of this Sanskrit slok is meaning for those of noble conduct, that is who know the supreme truth, the whole world is one family, one unit. And family, as per Upanishads, means that it is describing the quality of a man who understood the truth, transcending the multiplicity of the world. And that is true in the light of United Nations establishment and conducting the debates worldwide. One more slokas which suits and which is befitted. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmanyevanu pasyati sarva bhutesu chatmanam tato na vijugupsati. Meaning that he who perceives all beings in the self alone and the self in all beings doesn't entertain any hatred on account of that perception. Means he sees everyone as himself. That is the height of oneness, no distinctions, total unity. So we can feel that this is the basis of formation of United Nations. And in 1945, one more similarity that we should know, being the participants and students, may it be our institution or other institutions, that is the establishment of United Nations in 1945. On 24th October 1945, United Nations Charter was enforced, and preamble of United Nations Charter is "We the people of United Nations." Indian Constitution's preamble also started "We the people of India." So you know a number of other countries' preamble, so they start with this similar type of words. Just I take a few. USA, United States of America, adopted in 1787 and started its preamble "We the people of United States" in order to form a more perfect union. Ireland, 1937, "We the people of Ireland." Japan, 1947, preamble, "We the Japanese people, acting through our elected representatives in the national diet." So most of the nations, so what is the mean "We the people of United Nations, we the people of India"? That it reflects the sovereignty, that we will be governed on our own, not by others. So That's the dictum. And ultimately, we see the similarity in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and the formation of United Nations. And India is a member of that. Continuing this, a lot of good discussions and debates, and our guests highlighted the importance of these debates. First of all, it's my humble duty to thank the Almighty God and Ma Saraswati that due to their blessings that we have the ocean of knowledge. Then I am heartily thankful to our chief advisor, founder and chief advisor and chancellor of Maharaja Agreshan University, Baddi, the guardian of our institution, mates, Parivar, Dr. Nand Kishore Garg ji, that with whose blessings we are conducting uninterruptedly a lot of events and in the institutions, in all the departments. So we are really blessed with, and not only him, all the management officials, trustees, office bearers, advisors, everyone who is associated with the MAIMS family. And so I am heartily thankful, all of the trustees. Then we had with us our chief guest, Mr. Rishi Pal Singh ji, IPS, and currently is Director, Delhi Police Academy. So I observed that how a policeman, a police officer, discharges his duty. So despite his busy schedule, I see that while he was traveling at the time of delivering his address, and during traveling, and he, he said important words that no shortcuts to success. There is no shortcut to success except acquiring knowledge. So very huge words. Everything lies in these words. So thanks a lot, sir. Then we had with us our guest of honor, Madam Sister Agnes Sigliano. She is a lawyer working in stakeholders representation in the south of England. Very passionate about global justice, equality, and sustainable development. So a very big thing that such a huge personality accepted our invitation and blessed our students with her words of wisdom. Madam praised MUN delegates concerning their future prospects, and she also focused on inculcating skills to build relationships. So thanks, Madam, for encouragement of our students. Then we had guest of honor, Miss Abhilasha Singh, Principal Shining Star School, Abu Dhabi, and being students, one can feel and always expect, that from what students expect from a principal. The word is very big. And really, that she performed the task of being a principal and blessed the students that go ahead with single-minded, singly determined, challenge, and given the youth mantra very nicely. Don't ask what the country has done for you, but ask what you have done or you can do for the country. So really, we are blessed with such huge words, madam, and you have focused on violence, social turmoil, key areas for youth to come over. Very, very heartiest thanks, Madam Abhilasha ji. Then I am highly thankful as usual, and we have the opportunity to get blessings of our guardian, Professor G.P. Goyal, sir. We always take guidance from sir, and today sir has highlighted on leadership skills and praised the students to participate in MUN. That is a good platform, and praised the debate as an important that issues of international concerns are discussed and to keep going. Thank you a lot, sir. Heartiest thanks for your presence and guiding words. Then we had with us Sri Rajneesh Gupta ji, Secretary of the MAIMS Society. I think words are very less to say about sir, that he had always with a great heart. And I never, noticed the no from his mouth. He is such a personality that he believes in solutions, not to, collect the heap of the problems. So really thankful, sir, for your graceful presence and the kind words. Heartily thanks, sir. And I am also thankful to the presence of our director of the institution. And despite his busy schedule, as he said since morning in other programs, and more importantly that today he is celebrating his birthday. So really that I am very thankful that he spared time to be present in today's program and encourage the students. Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, Dr. Gupta.
Thank you, sir. Now it's my duty that if I forgot to express my thanks to other stakeholders, and importantly that who contributed to make the program a successful event, that our partners for the event. Our partners for the event, you can say sponsors, partners, knowledge partner, Pahuja Law Academy, and we had media partner, Eastern Book Company and SCC Online. Gifting partner, Selfie Book, creative partner, Titus and Company, learning partner, Locals, travel partner, Yadgar Safar, e-learning partner, Skill Arena. So I congratulate all the partners and thankful that to contribute in this program for its success, and wish you all the best. No program in an educational institution is successful without the role of the students. Students are the foremost for us. As I earlier said, that two comparers, Vaishnavi Srivastav in our journalism department, Sonika Singla, law department. So they did very nicely, and all other students who were in their team to make this program successful. And for some students that it's my humble duty to praise their role in United Nations, Model United Nations Secretariat, that Secretary General. So it's a very important portfolio. You can say the chief of the United Nations Secretary General, Raghav Sharma. Director General, Vanshika Sharma, Deputy Secretary General, Mimamsa. Then Under Secretary General Design, Anshika Jain. Under Secretary General Executive Body Affairs, Divyan Singh Dev. USG External Affairs, Kashish Bhardwaj, USG Social Media, Sonali Agarwal, USG Finance, Prince Grover, USG IT, Subham Singh, USG Creative, Rishabh Chauhan, USG Delegate Affairs, Sonika Singla, USG Marketing, Purti Rathod. Then organizing committee members or students. So along with teachers, there are students also. Best organizing committee members, best marketeer. First of all, 3 students, Pravleen Kaur, Sritika and Drishti. Then it's my humble duty that to mention the special, role of some students. Sudhanshu, Priyanshi, Manvi and Sambhav. They did a lot of efforts and made this program a huge success. I am thankful all the participants, delegates, all the dignitaries, guests, and whose names could not be, taken, pronounced. So I am thankful each and everyone who participated and put in their efforts to make this program successful. And particularly, it's my humble duty, last but not the least, that our principal of the department, that who's sitting behind and also in forefront, sometimes in forefront, sometimes in, from behind the desks, that she motivated each and everyone, day and night, anytime, students, faculty members, and, collecting reports every time that what is the progress. So naturally, she did a lot, and I am very much thankful for his role as a principal. Thank you, madam. Then the organizing faculty members, convener of this entire program, Madam Purnima Gupta, who did hard to make this program a huge success, along with our faculty members, technical support, and comparer of today's closing ceremony, Ms. Ritika Bhatia, Mrs. Anuradha Sthana Singh, Madhura Madam, and all other people. And I can say that all the faculty members of Department of Law, as I read, that in one way or the other in several committees, so they were in charges in full 2 days and put in their best efforts. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, all the people, all the students, from all the departments and other faculty members, all the heads of the department. Thank you, everyone. Thanks.
We shower our heartfelt gratitude to the professors and everyone of the Maharaja Agrasen family. Thank you very much. It is time to bring an end to the fun-filled 2-day conference. I would like to invite Director General of MAIMS MUN 2022, Ms. Vanshika Sharma, to declare the closing of the session.
Good evening, everyone. I, Vanshika Sharma, Director General of MAIMS Second Model United Nations, declared the conference closed. Thank you for making this a huge success. We are honored to have you all. Now, it is the time to bring an end to the event with an ode to our country by singing our national anthem.
Janagana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchchala Jaladhi Taranga Tava Shubha Name Jage Tava Shubha Ashish Mange Gahe Tava Jaya Gatha जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
It's very wonderfully organized and concluded. God bless all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well done, Purnima. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So much, Abhilasha ma'am. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you very
You've
much.
taken all the pains.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Principal Abhilasha Singh ji also and
So
Srini
much for
also.
accepting our invite. Thank you so much, both of you. Great to look forward again.
This is SDG Goal 17 partnership.
Yes. I'll be coordinating with you.